Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining today's class. Trust you had a good night rest, and welcome to day 2 of our office hour this week. Please, if you can hear me or if you are together, can you comment in the chat box so that we know that we are together in this? Thanks for joining. Okay, thanks everyone for joining. Chamaka, good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's nice seeing everyone here again. And yeah, today that was on Monday we talked about how the tax is going to be done. I believe for most people who attended the class, it was explicit. So if you have any issue, or you have any question, please you can comment it here. But if it's something I've answered before, I will not go there again. So you can always check the question, check the video. And I always advise that if you are going to be asking questions, you should first ask from the group so that you have your colleague attend to you. So most time I give you a short and brief answer to some of the questions, and your friends or your colleague will give you a detailed or a robust answer. And another one is that most questions that has been answered, or maybe you have discussed it in office hour, or I know my other colleagues, other mentors have discussed about it several times. So if you ask me in the chat on Slack, I might not respond. So that's because someone else has attended to that question. It's just a repetition. So please try and at least, even if you are not that chance, try and attend at least 2 office hours in a week. The first one will be the one that at least you have an headway about what the tax is all about. Somehow, as I've always said, I'm not a big fan of submitting an assignment or submitting even an exam or submitting first. There's no reward for it. So rather than for you to submit early, you can just exercise patience, attend the first office hour of any mentor you wish. Then I believe the mentor will give a detailed explanation of what the task is going to be. Then another one before you submit your task so that you'll be double sure. And I always advise that you should join office hour. For example, now Git and GitHub, the task we gave you didn't cover everything we have in that for that week. It didn't cover everything. So, but like other mentors did, and I did when we are doing flex and grid. Apart from the tasks, we also made some small projects. So this one, if you're a beginner, it will help you to at least understand better. So don't just limit yourself to do the assignment and that's the end. You still have a whole lot to learn. So I believe that is clear. Now, okay, we are 26 now, but that's fine. So today, if you have any question, I can talk about it. And I believe the tax should be clear by now. There's one thing I would like to discuss about today. Now, we discussed about how we can push our work from our local machine or local device to the remote repo. That means to our GitHub. We talked about it last week, but we didn't talk about how we can pull. There's always a force is a push or pull, like we all learned in our secondary school. Is that you push or you pull? That's how it forces. So and the two has to be balanced. The third law of motion, action. Okay, so the third law of motion. So as we are talking about push, we're able to talk about pull also. So today we'll be talking about pull. And I also want to discuss how you can contribute to an online repo, how you can collaborate with your colleagues, how you can, for currently now, there is a October 1st hackathon going on, which I believe as a beginner also, there are some beginner projects you can contribute to. If you are interested, you can send me a message on Slack on some of the projects you can contribute on, and I will send it to you. But the collaboration tools that you'll be needing is you'll be needing Git and GitHub. So I would like us to talk about it today. How can you collaborate? If you see a project, maybe you see a project and you like to collaborate with them. You like to have your input in it. How do you go about it? These are many others we are going to be contributing. Lastly, I have a GitHub, a repo that I want every one of us to have our profile on it. So I already created the repo. So by teaching you how you are going to push, pull, merge, and other stuff like that. So that will help you. You contribute. You had your name, your pictures, your profile, and your details. We want to have. It's not compulsory, but it will be good because that will give you an understanding of what of how you can make contribution to different repo. So this is something. We are going to talk about today. So I'll be showing you the repo. You should try and fork it and make your own contribution. Add your profile picture, add everything. Let's have it. So at the end of this week 5, we'll have a profile of all front-end students at least. So this will go a long way in making contribution because we are going to be having issue, which issue is not something that we pray for, but definitely to progress as a developer, you must have issue. If you don't have issue, at times you have to create one. So like if you're on GitHub, you have to create issue. So I want us to do it, and I want it to look awesome that everybody will be proud of to contribute. So with that being said, those are the things I want us to talk about. Please, how do I push a whole folder to GitHub? If the folder is not empty, the way you push other, just the way you have been pushing it is the way you are going to do it. I believe you have not tried it. No, we are not going to go through the push again. You can watch the video. I believe Chamaka, you are in class. Should we go through the push again? Because I believe those who were in class the last time understood it. So I believe you are just joining the class. If you have a question, let your question be defined. Not that we should go through the push again. Before we go through push, we have to go through stage, commit, and other things like that. So it is a process. So it's not just push. You are going to push. You have to make one or two pages. So Chiamaka's have it. So we are not going to go through it. Please try and rewatch the video. If you have any issue after that, let me know. So you won't be drawing us back. Most people are also a beginner here, and they would like to learn one or two things. So let's do it like that. But with the explaining pull, you definitely understand what push is also. So let's just stay with us and let's see how it goes. Now, what do we mean by pull? Pull is like, dragging something to yourself. That means pull in GitHub means that pulling from an online repo to your local, pulling for your online repo to your local machine. So how do we go about it? Now I'll be using the project, the repo that I want everyone to contribute their picture or your profile to. I want you to put it. I did not style it, so I'll be expecting everyone to. I'll be expecting people to do the styling and other things like that. So now this is the repo. So I call it Zuru developers. I hope this is clear. I hope this is nothing be wrong with this name. But now this Zuru developer is my own repo, is a repo for me, but you can always fork it. Now I will go through the process. So, but this is the repo I want everyone to contribute on. You should be able, I want us to add your image, your name, and other things. You add it to it. Now, you as a beginner, how do you contribute to this repo? Now you want to add your name, your email to this repo. How do you do it? That's to go through some processes. So which I'm going to explain now. The first thing for you to be able to contribute to a project, you need to fork it. If it's not your own, if you are not the owner of that repo, you need to fork it. So you'll be able to clone. You need to have Fork. Okay, now that will take us to what we mean by fork. What do you mean by fork? Fork is like creating a copy of that project, of that repo on your own repo. As in you are making a copy. For example, now, and suppose I shared you a document. Now I did not allow edit access. For you to be able to make edit to that document, you need to make a copy, right? You need to make a copy. That make a copy is same thing as what we call fork. When you make a copy of that project, of that, when you make a copy of that repo in your own repository, so that will be by fork. I hope that is clear. And if you look by my side here, we have fork here. So now when you click on fork, let me see if it can go. Now, because I'm already the owner of this repo, but I'll go to another repo that's not mine, and let's see. Let me just search for, let's say React. Let me search for React repo. Let's see the React repo, and let's see. Okay, now this React, the popular React you know of, is also how do I call it? It's also a repo on GitHub. So everything is just a repo. Now, for example, now I want to make I want to contribute to this repo. Maybe I have an idea. Like maybe the document, it can also be documentation. I have an idea and I want to contribute to it. How do I go about it? Now that takes us to what would my fork. So the first thing you're going to do is that you have to fork it. You have to have a copy of this repo in your own repo list. Now, I will come here now and click on fork. So I'm forking it into my account. So now I can just create fork. So it will automatically create this the copy of this repo for me. Now, how do you know that this is your own copy? You can see that I'm having Isiaka ABD/React fork from this place. Let me zoom so I can see it. You can see now I'm having a copy now, Isiaka ABD React. I fork it from what Facebook-React because Facebook is the owner of React. So that's all about it. You can see now. So I have a copy now. So I can do anything with what I have here. I can change it, blah blah blah. Have any different things together. So now, how do you now make a copy? You know, we have to. For me to open this, I can open this on my system. I can open it. I can start making correction. Like now, I can start making typing here. It doesn't make sense. There's a lot of things that we need to. I can't write it here, so I need to have a copy of it. So how do I go about that? Wow, I'm seeing something. So now how do I go about that? Now let me go back to my, so this, I have a copy of this repo now. Now for you to be able to, clone them, have a copy, you know, we're having it online now. For you to be able to have it on your own computer, you have to come here to this code. Now I'm zooming back. You have to come to this code now. You can use SSH, GitHub CLI, but what I'm going to be using is this HTTPS. Is what I'll be using, so I'm totally used to. You can also download it as a zip. So, but now I'll be cloning it. So if I click on this now, I've copied it. Now that will now take us to, you now have to go to your, system now. So now you have to come back to your, this is my system now. So now maybe I want to have the copy on my desktop. So I'll just come here now, show more option. Then you can use your Git bash. You can use your Git bash here. Now I'm in desktop folder. So I want to have the copy of that React here. So I'll do something like git clone. I hope you can see it. I'm zooming in so you can see it better. So git clone, then I'm going to copy, paste what I've copied there. I'm pasting it here. So this is the name of the repo. I can zoom it better. So this is the name of the repo. Now, if I click on enter like this, You can see it is cloning all these things. It's now copying it inside my own local folder. There's a mistake I made. This React is a very large project. It will take a long period of time for it to finish cloning. But anyway, it's worth the wait. So I can use that to check your messages. But that is how you are going to do it. So for the new repo I created, okay, please reach out to Chamaka, definitely. Okay, okay. Well, Sammy Berry. All right, that is taking your correction is taken. Thank you. Well, it's totally not a wrong ideology, but your correction is taken. But I just believe that Andrew, your question. Let me even see your question, Andrew. I don't, Andrew. I've not even seen your question, so I don't know what your question is all about. But Sammy, your correction is noted. Just that this is something we have actually discussed in previous classes, so I think we don't need to start going over it. Though, and I have the virtue of saying that I've talked about it in the previous class, so I'll go and check it, even without asking my class reps. So, Andrew, I did not see your question, and Ademide, I did not see your own too. Oh, I'm sorry. Why would I? Sorry. Okay, ask the question now. Let me answer with love, pure love. So I'm sorry. This is taking time, but this is just how you make a clone. I'm sorry for taking this React as the project we are going to clone. This somehow it's going to take a little bit of time because React is a large project. So now, let's just wait. I've started it. It's just been. So now, please, if you want to ask question, I asked, how do I push a whole folder to GitHub? Can you just check the previous video that I've sent? For you to be able to push, you can't. The only thing you cannot do is that you can't push an empty folder. If your folder is empty, you will not be able to push it to GitHub. So you have to have a file inside it. So now, to answer your question, why this thing is loading? Yeah, okay. Now, so this is the repo we used last week. So now I'll be working on this now to explain that push. So I'll be working on that. My system is a bit slow. I don't know why I decided to choose React. There are some other projects I could have chosen. This itself will be consuming my data. So I don't know if we should stop this. But let me say another project we can clone. This is a little too. This is taking our time. Let me just go to my profile. So I'll be closing this. Sorry, I'll have to close it. It's taking a lot period of time. So I'll be closing it and let me open another one. Let me look for any of my okay, now I'll be clone. I want to clone this JavaScript coding interview. I want to fork it. So as I've explained the other time, you just click on this fork like this. So by creating this fork, I will have a copy of this. Now I'm creating this fork. You create fork. So that's what I will expect you to do with the other with that folder. So now, as I've created the fork now, so I have a copy now. I can come here now and copy this. That will take me to, as we have discussed, then I will now have to go to my, you can see the React is here, but it's not completed. So you're not going to have everything. Everything is not complete. So I will delete it since I didn't complete it. I can just delete it. So now I'll open my Git bash here, show more option, get with Git bash. I'm using my Git bash here now. So now I will just say git clone. Now I'm pasting this now. So this is how you are going to do it. So you are making a copy of this inside your local. So now this we create now, and let's see. Okay, this one is not taking much time. You can see that React will take us a lot of period of time. So that's just the same process. The same process you can contribute to a small repo is the same you can contribute to a larger repo. So I'll still be checking your question why I expect this to fully load. I was able to push file and not folder. Well, I don't really understand you, but okay. So now this let me see the branch I am. If I open its branch, so I'm in week 1. So I want to have week 5. So I believe you can all see my screen. Let me just move this up a bit, and I'll be zooming. Okay, I hope you can all see it. The person that I said you can all it. I don't understand why you can not be able to push folder unless your folder is unless you are pushing an empty folder. So now I want to create another branch. So I'll use git checkout -p. That's to create another branch called week 5. So I've created week 5 and I've moved to week 5. So if I do git branch like this, git branch, you can see now I'm in week 5. So now, what do I want to do now? I want to add, let's say, 2 folders. I want to add 2 folders. Now, let's say week 5. Now, if you had this empty folder, will not add, as I've said. Suppose this my index.html is inside this week 5 now. So, and I want to create another one, week 5.html. So I'm having this folder now. See, the person asking now, I'm having 3 folders. I'm having week 1, week 2, week 5. I don't know, maybe you are trying to create folder on GitHub, but that's not how it's supposed to be. I'm creating it here on my local machine. So now I've created now. So if I do git add, I'm adding all git commits, but I will still remove. My system is slow. Git commits added week 5 folders. Now, suppose I want to remove, I don't need tax week 1 and week 2. I can come here and do git remove rm tax week 1. So it's telling me I should use git rm r tax week 1. So I've removed week 1 also. So I want to remove week 2 that we have here. So I've removed week 2. So now, task week 2. Is it not tax WEK? I'm spelling. Okay, there's nothing even inside this, so I can delete this like this. So now the person asked the question now. For this one, I'm having only week 5 here. So I'm having week 5 folder here. This is my week 5 folder. So now, if that is all, then I can make another commit, and I say git commit, and I can write my commit message like this. Remove week 1 and week 2 folders. So now I've removed them now. Then git push. because I'm just creating this branch, so I have to, oh, because I'm just creating this new branch, so I have to push to it. If you watch our last class, you definitely understand this. No, this is not what I want. So now, if I push like this now, so it's taking time. So this is how you are going to be adding folder. So I added a folder and I added files inside it. The only thing is that you cannot add, the only thing is that you cannot add an empty folder and push online. It will not work. So Okonye, I hope this is clear. I've added folder now. I will be expecting your response. So I've added it now. So if I go online now and I check this folder now, let's see. Now if I go to my week 5 now, so I'm having, this is my week 5. If I go to my week 5 now, you can see now I'm having week 5 folder here. I'm having week 5 folder here. So this is week 5. So I hope that is clear, Okonye. So you have taken us back, but I think it's worth it. So let me know if you understand or if you still have a clear area concerning adding folder. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. So thank you. So now if I go back here now, you can see now this thing has finished cloning. So we have this we're having this interview folder here now. So if I go to my desktop now, you can see now we are having this here now, JavaScript interview folder. So this is where we have it now. So I can open it. So I can open it with anything, but that's not where we are going. So now I've explained how we can so now I've explained how we can make we can copy a folder or a repo to our local machine. When you fork it, then you clone it to your own local machine. Then you have it. Then you can now work on it. I don't know why my system is slow. That's really unusual. So I can open this with my VS Code. It will also work. So then you can start working on it. Then you can start working on it. So my system is a bit slow. So okay, we still have time. Karim Ibrahim, you will definitely be graded. So don't be afraid. Now I've created this JavaScript code interview that I forked online. If I go to my repo here, you see that my repo number would have increased by adding that one so as a fork to my repo. I'm having it very, very slow. So I'm having my system very, very slow now. So if I search for that JavaScript so now this is the folder that I forked now. So now I'm going to make changes from my own inside my VS Code. Then I'm going to push. That's how we are going to be pushing, and we are going to be. Let's see how it works. So now you have understand. I've explained 2 things: how you can fork and how you can clone. Fork is that you're having a copy of that repo in your own repo. So I have a copy now. I have a copy. Then clone is for you to add it to your own local device, that is your browser, to your system. So I've added it now. So this is where we are now. So now what I'm going to do is just input in. Now, assuming I want to contribute to this now. So I can maybe, this is what they have here. They have GS code here. I can add another folder. Something that does not concern me, because now there's a lot of things I believe one can gain. There's a lot of coding interview question that you can see. Swapping of two number without third variable, blah, blah, blah. So you can gain it. Now, assuming I want to add my own folder to it called remlad.docs. Maybe I want to contribute to it. Maybe I want to contribute to this. I want to contribute to this now. And what I really want to contribute is just saying that this is my own contribution. Now, suppose I've made this contribution now. Fine. I've made this contribution now, and I want to push so that the other person will have this contribution. Now I've made changes to the folder. I've added this my own docs. So now I want to push it so that they too will have the copy. So now I can go and open my terminal like this, new terminal. I can close this a bit. Then I can stage it by adding the file. Git add. So I don't know, but you have to accept how my system is working right now. It's a bit slow, and I'm not having a clue of why it's like that. So now we are here now. Okay. So now I want to add, because I only make changes to remlad.docs, I can say remlad.docs. So that's the only changes. So that is just it. So I've added the file now. Git commit. Now, because I've added it, so I need to make a commit by, as I've explained in the last class, making a snapshot of it now. It's going to be small letter M, and let me see, added remlad.docs. So let's just take this as my commit message, and I enter. So now I've added this now, everything is fine. If I say git status now, it will tell us that nothing is, you can see now on branch master, your branch is ahead of origin master by one commit. Yes. Git push to publish your local commit. So for it to be on my GitHub, I need to make git push. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to say git push. While we are waiting, let me check for the other questions. So now I've pushed to my master branch. I've pushed now. So now if I go to my browser here now, and I refresh this my page, because this is the fourth one now. You can see now I've made changes. You can see there's remlad.docs here. There's remlad.docs here. Now you can if you want to make a contribution now, for example, now I want to contribute to this project now. I want to contribute to this project. Then I can now make a pull request. Pull request is like open a pull request to contribute your change upstream. That means if I want to contribute to that main project, not the one I forked, it has appeared in the one I forked now, but the main project, like that, let me say React project or this main project, JavaScript code interview question. If I want to make a contribution so that everybody is going to see, I have to open a pull request. So now I click on open pull request. I will not be able to merge. So now, because there is no there's no conflict between between their own copy and my own copy. So I'm able to merge. I'll not be creating a pull request because it's not something that makes sense that I send there. So now what you're going to do is this: you just create a pull request. Then it will go to it's then after creating the pull request, then they are going to see it. If they find the project worthy enough, they are going to accept it or they will discard it. So that's how we will contribute to a project. So now that will now take us to so that's how you go about it. I'm not going to be merging, or I'm not going to be opening a pull request because it's not something that is tangible that I contributed. But that's how you go about it. If I'm interested in contributing, we still have time. Today is 26. We still have like 4 days. If you want to contribute to October 1st hackathon also, you can send me a message on Slack. I can send you some beginner-friendly project that you can work on. Please, if you get it to up to this extent, can you comment in the chat box on? Let me know that you get it. And if you don't get, can you make a comment on what exactly you didn't get so that I can come over it again? So if that while waiting for the comment now, so I'll go to that project again. Zuri developer. So now I'll be expecting you to contribute to this project. Put in your name. Like now, I've made an issue. There's also something we call an issue. I've created an issue here. You can see now. Now this is the repo, Zuri developers. So now what is there? You can see this is the guideline. Read the wonderful Git style by GitHub. If you want to contribute to a fork repo, what you're going to do is that you have to fork it first, and you do all these things. Just have explained is what you have here. So you can go through this README file. Now I've created an issue now. That an issue is I want everyone to contribute on. Now we need to style the profile card. That's the fork. So someone should work on it. You should fork it and make your own contribution and send a pull request. If it's okay, I'll merge it. So this is a better way to start a contribution, and I advise you to start from somewhere. So I'll be providing the link to the GitHub on Slack. So I'll provide it now. Let me just make it comment. I'll provide it on Slack now, so you can go there now, and try. And I'm putting it front-end HTML and CSS. I'm not enjoying this. My system getting slow. I don't know why someone is saying GitHub Wala. What's the Wala there? Okay, I'll post this. Okay, thank God that Steve could make the. So I'll be posting the link here. So try and contribute to it. Then I'll be opening the folder on my system here also. Then we can see. So if that's the case now this is the folder. Me, I have the folder here already. So where do I have it? I think this is it. So okay, this is not it. Okay, now this is the project now. So we are inside the project, we are having assets. In the assets, we are having CSS file and the profile image. For now, I'm the only one that's contributed and I've contributed. So you can always add this is my image. So now if you are going to be adding the image, make sure you add it in serial in order. And before you push, make sure you pull. To avoid conflict, there's a saying that to avoid conflict, you must make sure you pull. before you push. It's a common term in when you are talking about in GitHub. Before you push, make sure you pull. If you didn't pull before you push, there may be conflicts of interest. So now, so we are having this now. So this is I did not style it. I'm expecting you guys to style it, but we are having our index.html here. This is so annoying. This system is very, very slow. So we're having our index.html here. So this, for example, this is what I have here now. So I'm making my Isiaka. This is my Twitter link, and we can also add LinkedIn. Wow. So I can come here and say our linkedin.com/in/Isiaka. So now this is what I have here now. So now I will run this on localhost. So this is beginner friendly. So I will expect anyone that want to contribute here now. Let me just put first, let me see, first profile. So anyone that wants to, I make it a grid container so that it can be responsive. So anyone that, if you want to make another contribution, you just copy this card like this. Copy this card now and just paste it. And before you can write second contribution like this, second profile, or you write second profile. Then after writing second profile, you paste it like this. Then you make your changes. Let's say I'm making changes for my other developer, enabling I'm correct, Victoria. She's a front-end tutor. I don't really know her details here. So now, so we are having two cards here. So this is how I'm expecting you to contribute. So you are going to be adding your own, making it true. So let everyone add their own. Then let me run this. This is not fine because I've not styled it, but this is our CSS. I've only added a little bit of. I added CSS reset. This is just what we need. All that I've been telling you, I've added it here just as a CSS file. Then we are having our index.css here, and I linked everything here. I link it here. You can see I'm linking it to folder. So I added font. I added Rubik as the font family. You can see it here. So that's all I did here. Did I even had the body? Okay, the body here and HTML. Let's see. Now body here, our font family should be Rubik. I don't think I did it. Rubik. I would like to check this thing again. Let me open my. Let me open where I have. I don't know. So let me open Google Font again. Wow. So let me open my Google Fonts again. Let's see how it comes. So I was expecting every one of you to contribute. You contribute CSS also because the page now. Let me just quickly go through this. The page is not. Is not totally styled. I'm expecting you guys to contribute to the styling. I don't want to contribute to it. Big shoulder care. Okay, somebody was asking me about big shoulder. Well, we're not going to big shoulder. I'll have to remove this. I'll remove this. I'm removing all. So now I can search for the fonts here. So now, like I said, we are looking for Rubik. We're using Rubik. So we'll be using Rubik here. You can go down here. So I'm adding a regular of 400. So this is only what I want to copy actually. The font family here. This is only what I want to copy here. Actually. So now I can come here now and paste it here. something. So now with this now, I can now let's open it with our live server and let's see what we have. If I open with my live server like this, so this is just what I have now, which is not, it doesn't really look nice. So I want you guys to style it because they already have them. All of them have a class name. So fork it, add your own to it and style everything. Make a contribution and style everything. So that will create that you are making contribution. So now this is to, I think it's responsive in piece because I make sure that we are using grid, so it will be easy to make it responsive now. If I select, you can see now it is 1 per, and the header is so I've made some a little bit contribution on my own hand. So let us start. Add your own, style this profile card. That's why I created an issue. Style this profile card, and I also want an input here. When we are doing JavaScript, I want an input here to be a search file to be here. So now I'll just put an. You can see we are having these grid containers. So in the card, I'm deleting this now. So you can add your own or add someone else. So now we already have this class. Use this class card, profile image, container. Let me use a full name. If you are going to be styling this, full name, title. Let's call this a row. Let's call this row, and let's call this class name should be gender. So you should use this attributes when you are styling. And let's click on, let's just give this the same class name of let's say class of social media. So now with this now you can so I've added this now. So now you can pull and make contribution to it. So what I also want to be in this header, I want an input here that will be search, our input of search, so that you can be, so at the end of the day, when someone comes to this website, when they search your name, it should be able to see you there. So I'm going to put input of search here. Our name here is search, and our ID here is search. Yeah, we need it so when we are doing the JavaScript search. Our placeholder is what? Search student by name, by full name. That will be your full name. Let's just start like this now. So we are having this. If I go to my screen again, I'll be checking the question now because I don't know why this thing usually fail me. My brain usually fail me. So now if I'm coming to this now and I'm opening here, we have something like this, not too good. I can so you should style it. I want you to contribute by styling it. So I can, a little things I'm going to contribute is that this our header should display or flex. So now I can go to my index.css here. This is our header here. We can say position is place. So I want it to display or flex. And I want us to apply whatever we have been taught. Like we should try and use, we're going to be adding any color, anything. Try and use, let's try and use CSS variable. That will be neater and easier to change. Display of flex, and I want my justify content to be space between, and I want my align item should be center. So I'm making this little contribution, which is very little. So I want you guys to own it. So we're having something like this. It's not too fine, but you can add to it and make it better. So this is what we are starting with. Add your own, style this profile card, and let's see. So just as I explained, I'll be pushing this now. This is my only little contribution. I'm going to be adding git add again. I'm adding all the folder, and I'm committing my message. I'll be checking your message if you have any question now. Git commit. I'm adding added more CSS. So now with this now, if you git push, So after you fork, you git push and you make a pull request. If you're having any issue with merging, you can always message me. By doing this, you will know how to be able to contribute, and you can easily also make a contribution for this hackathon going on. So with this now, if you're able to know Git and JavaScript, you should start applying for job also, because you will never be ready. That's just so. Now if I refresh this now, so if I refresh this now, you can see now I just make changes now, 37 seconds. So fork it and make a pull request. So there is a process how you go about it is here. So let's see how we can go. So this will demonstrate on how we can. No, you are not going to create. Yes, when you may not need to create a branch, but the best thing is that you should have your own branch. Have your own branch, create your own branch when you are working. Then when you make a pull request, when I merge it, then I can easily discard or I leave your own branch. Yes, create your own branch if you want. So once you finish forking, then you are going to do git checkout p, then you name your branch, then you push to your branch. Then when it comes to me, I'll merge it. If it is okay, I'll merge the branch, then everything will be fine. So that's why the best thing is that because everyone will be contributing. So the best thing is that before you push, make sure you pull. So I'll be adding people too as a maintainer, so that we can be able to work on it together. I'll advise everyone to contribute to it, because you will also be working on projects. That's number one. And this will be a good thing. Like now we'll be having like over 100 numbers of people contributing to this project. So with that, you can always contribute to any project with that. No, the styling is this. I only want us to style the profile card, just like I raised an issue here. I only want us to style the card alone. You can see styling the profile card, because if you look at the CSS, everything here now, if you look at it here now, everything here is fine, apart from, for now, is fine. We have the container. So if you just want to contribute here now, you are just going to copy this. In as much so one person has styled this card and everything inside. So if you just want to contribute, you just copy, change the name, your everything, change it, then you push. That will be all. So I only want one person to contribute or if you contribute your CSS to, I will check it and I will merge. So that will not be an issue. Okay, I'll answer your question. Let me just, Emmanuel, I see your question. Once you create a fork, you have to clone also. That means when you create a fork, their fork and clone, they're almost similar. But the only thing is that when you fork, you only fork on your GitHub. It's not on your computer. It's not on your local Git. But when you clone now, it's now on your computer. You have the copy. For example, now, if you clone the project, so for example, if you fork this project now, if I delete the project at any time, the fork copy that you have online is going to be deleted also. But the one on your system, nothing will happen to it. So that's just an example. No, there's always, I will be the only one that can merge for now. So there's not going to be issue. Once you make a contribution, I will check if there's any conflict. I will tell you there's conflict. Okay, Emmanuel, I think you asked me a question. Actually, I'm having issue with knowing exactly what to do with fork and clone. Please, I don't know if you attended our previous class. Now, I will come over again now. Just anyone, you can, like now, you can do, you can name your own branch, Kemi branch. And once you push and make a pull request, once I merge it, everything will be fine. So now you can check online, Emmanuel, if you want to check on other videos. But we made a video last day before yesterday, which I believe can be a good guide. There are several videos online. You can see from Free Code Camp and Brad. So those are them. how do I link my GitHub to? You have to I've linked my own, but if you go to Git, let me just say, let's go to Git now. If you go to Git here, they are going to tell you the process you are going to do. So apart from downloading, once you finish downloading like this, now I'm having a window. Okay, I'm having window. There's a command. You should try and search it online. There's a command you are going to add your email. Okay, I think it was released 8 days ago, so I'm not downloading it. Let me go to this. No, I'm not. I don't want to download, but there is a process. Let me say. Now, if you search it online also, connecting GitHub. Okay, yeah, there's a document on itself. I think let's look for getting started. So you have to. So if I believe you should try and reach this page, you have to set your username. After, you can see when you download and install the latest version, you set your name, then you will set your email, and I think that will be all. That will be all. Or you are going to, or in your, what do you call it, in your terminal, open this thing. Yes, this is what I'm looking for. Now, in your terminal, when you go to your terminal here, after you downloaded Git, you come here and do something like this. If I paste this now, if I'm configuring this like this, you are going to put in your email. You are going to put in your email like this, isiaka@gmail.com. So I've added my email. Then you had your other things. You had your user.email. Then you are going to add what other thing? So I would advise you go through this docs.github.com, or now you are going to connect it. But that's just the process. You are going to be adding your name. You are going to be adding your email, and yeah, I think that will be all. Then you are going to connect your GitHub account to your Git. I think that's all. Okay, now Tubani, yeah, just nice to see you again also. Okay, it is Git config. Yeah, thank you, Tubani. So just, you might not agree, try and make a little bit research about this. Just search configuring Git. Configuring Git, you are going to get it. It's not that difficult. And if you have any issue, this pass level. Wow. If you have any issue, after that, send me a message. I will definitely. How can you clone one file? You can, well, that's not clone. You can only copy a file. Like you want to copy something there, you can't clone a file. You are going to clone the repo. So I think we are ahead of time. We are ahead of schedule, please. Thank you all for joining. So I'll be looking forward to your pull request. Let's style it and let's add our details to it. If no one style it, maybe I'll take it upon myself and style. Then you can start putting your name. But we appreciate if you guys can style it and you can do it. So Emmanuel, if you are still lost in the configuration, please send me a message so that we can trash it out together. And besides, I think Emmanuel, have you watched the YouTube the video that's been attached to your LMS? Yes, I believe that video explains how you can configure your Git. So please try and do it. Yes. How do I extract images to my profile image file? You can add it in the folder or you drag it there. Just until you try it. If you are not trying something, it looks difficult. When you start trying it, it will be easier. So just try it and you are going to see the outcome. So just try it. I think Lawrence, people keep asking, Lawrence, you are only just going to be having a readme file inside your book file and should contain details about your submissions there. So thank you everyone. Who is this girl online? Okay, I think I have this option of block. Oh, let me first report before I block. Unwanted pornography, etc. Okay, yeah. Okay, please. I hope everyone will be able to report that guys 18.online. This is not channel for this. So please try and report it and you can block it also. I've reported it and I'll also be blocking. And if it's someone that, if it's someone here that is doing that, I will advise the person to stop. This is a learning platform, so we should not go into this kind of stuff here. So thank you everyone for joining the class. I think I will still have class tomorrow with I and Silver Code. So I'll be looking forward to seeing you guys there. See then, please keep learning. By learning this today now, you are a day wiser, and you have learned one or two things. So that is how it's accumulated. No one knows it in a day. So it is day by day, day by day. And as we have already said it, Rome was not built in a day. So please keep learning gradually. If you have any challenge, you can message me on Slack. I'll be eager to respond. And if you also need this this hackathon that is going on, and Oktoberfest hackathon going on, you can message me if you need a repo. If you need some repo that you need to contribute to. Yes, repo that are just basic HTML and CSS. So if you need it, let me know, and I'll be glad to assist you. So looking forward to seeing everyone tomorrow. Bye.